Gunnar TV. Simply the best.
Yes, so then let me ask you about almost the polar opposite, or the Nordic way, the Nordic model. And what other models do you think that the US and the world, Europe, which is struggling now, what kind of models shall we be looking for, and what kind of factors is it that underpin well-functioning societies?
Well,
and I'm asking about the Nordic model because it's gained increased attention.
Yes,
in the last
well,
few years.
and it should.
But how relevant do you think it is, and how transferable and exportable is it?
Well, I think it's probably not very exportable to the United States.
Is it sustainable?
I do not believe the European welfare state is sustainable, no. And this is for two reasons. The most important reason has nothing to do with all these issues. It has to do with demographics.
It is, yeah.
The very rapid aging of particularly the continental European societies. Sweden is actually aging a little more slowly.
Yes.
You have higher birth rates.
Yes,
you have more babies. You're like us.
Yes.
And the United States is in a less difficult position, partly because we have more babies, mainly because from our beginning, we've been open to immigration. And immigration is bailing us out for about another decade out of this demographic problem. But if you look at France and Germany, or even worse, Italy, Italy's in the worst shape. These are societies that are aging so rapidly and which have such enormously generous public pensions and public health systems.
So do you think Europe is on the right track?
No. No, I think it's unsustainable. I think the tax levels now are about at a maximum level. Those tax levels cannot sustain
so what are the most
retirement
radical, what should Europe be prioritizing now?
Well, there are two things. One is, first of all, I think Europe could use a lot of immigration. I think you need to build up the size of your workforce. That's the fundamental mathematical problem here, is you're having shrinking workforces and vastly expanding numbers of elderly people. You need to expand the workforce. And you can do that in two ways. One is in immigration. The other, and this is much more true of continental Europe than Scandinavia, make your economies truly open to women.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the labor participation rate of women in Italy is about 35%. It's 65 in the United States, which is nearly the same rate as men. Men is about 70.
And why is it so low in Italy, for example? Just to take an example.
It's a cultural phenomenon. But you can change culture by changing the law.
Indeed.
By giving incentives, by saying if a wife goes to work, the tax rate on the couple is less than it would be if it was just the man working, for example. Although in Italy, you have a very, very low birth rate with very low labor participation rates by women. I don't think Italy can escape this problem. I don't think France and Germany can either, without a very difficult political fight over how much they're going to reduce retirement pensions, because this is not politics. This is arithmetic we're dealing with here. And we've never had the phenomenon of an unusually large generation followed by an unusually small generation, a baby boom and an immediate baby bust. And the combination is devastating to the basic structure of these programs.
There you go.